Welcome back to HBO Girls Rewatch.
I'm Amelia.
And I'm Evan.
And guys,
We're doing
ding, ding, ding. I can hear the bells. It's wedding day.
Season 5, episode 1.
I
my
mean,
God.
can you believe we made it to season 5?
We're flying through.
Don't you feel like you used to be a baby and now you're a girl?
I used to be a babit, and now I'm kind of...
That's a Bridget Everett character reference. Because Bridget Everett's in this episode. We didn't do vocal warm-ups before recording, so if you're wondering what just happened, we're being raw and real.
I'll just talk about points I noticed for an episode that like we don't have to bring them up with Grant and Ashley, even though we're so excited to have this guy Twink and a Redhead do a reveal.
We don't announce them, you just reference them low energy style. Guys, our guests today are going to be epicsauce.org.
Both?
epicsauce.org.
We have to do a ranking of like what each word, because Epic Sauce is like, is that an A, or is .org a B? Is a .com a B plus?
I'm so excited to get another Twinkin' Twinkin'
redhead
girl.
It'd be so funny if you were wearing a redhead.
Should I have bought a red wig? I thought about it.
Major.
But all the ones I could find were Annie wigs.
Did you actually look?
Yeah, of course. I was like, well, we have to do our due diligence. But no, it's okay. Brunette is beautiful. I am so excited to have them on,
All week you've been saying to me, I would be an amazing lawyer. And I was like, yeah. But now when you said due diligence, I'm like, you'd be an amazing lawyer, girl.
Well, I have to tell you, there's this girl that I know who works at a law firm, and her whole job is like planning the birthday parties for the lawyers at the firm. And she's like, I work with all these fun girls and I have a good time, even though I do have to be in office in Manhattan. And I'm like, let's go, Viv.
Wait, not the reference, but I said almost the same thing at our live show. But the girl did birthday parties for children only of the lawyers.
Oh my God, yeah. Shout out Lauren. And shout out the live show. We had so much fun. Thank you guys all for coming.
Thank you so much.
At this point, weeks have passed, so you're like, I don't care, but it just happened.
But only like 100 something people came, so it was like, for most everyone else, they do care.
Right. Of course, live theater is smaller. How are you today, Ev?
No, I don't think good.
No, why?
I directed a show last night, and then we had our live show Friday, and Wednesday I had my monthly lineup show at Club Coming. I think just to do 3 different kinds of show in 1 week can be really a lot on a person.
Oh, living your dream is hard.
And I woke up today in a bad mood. So then I had to read a book called Doing the Work.
I've read that one. I, of course, am still getting my way through Radical Acceptance.
It's so funny because sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, and we're going to have a touch base after this about listening. But for now, we can have a little fun. One last night of freedom. My book about Radical Acceptance doesn't make any sense. The more I hear, the less I know. And I brought it. Well, I actually don't want to talk about therapy today. But I'm excited to be wearing a crazy little outfit for once. It's the dead of winter, and it's like, where else am I going to get to wear this except the couch in my basement for a podcast recording? You know, like,
major.
Being a girl is the best. I saw a TikTok last night, and this girl was just like silently smiling to Cam, and the entire background was her wall full of just like girls on the wall and like glitter. And she's like, I can't believe there was a 50% chance I was going to be a boy. And I was like, literally.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, girlhood's all we have.
Oh my God, she's doing the work. Whoever
is
the
that what the
author
book's
is.
about? It's about that TikTok.
Yeah, I will say every time I read more about a self-help book, I understand you more.
Yeah, because
they're meant for you.
I'm based off of that.
Yeah. They're meant for me. I didn't mean like you need self-help more to me. I'm just saying.
You can tell that I once spent 1 year of my young 20s reading every self-help book there was. Yeah, everyone can tell that about me. Whatever. Anyways, we are so excited to have our guest. 4 people instead of 3, so we're really gonna have to
wonder if the couch can hold.
It's gonna be Pass the Plate, Disney style. You know when Brenda Song did Disney's Pass the Plate, and she was like, guess what fruits exist in this country? Tell me you remember.
No, I do remember. It's just like,
it's gonna be Pass the Plate, but it's gonna be Pass the Mic.
Huh. What is Brenda Song up to today?
She's has married 2 kids. The last I saw is that she was at the Hollywood Walk of Fame star reveal for Macaulay Culkin, and her son was like, nah, and she's like, I'll get him. He's upset.
I'll get him. He's upset.
Yeah.
That's the last time we've left off with Brenda Song.
That's where
She was
I left off.
The last time we left off with Brenda Song, she was upset.
I cannot get that Taylor Swift song that's help, I'm still at the restaurant, still sitting in the bar I haunt. I think it's like Right Where You Left Me from Evermore.
I mean, Taylor Swift was my third listened to most artist last year, but then it's only because I listened to Invisible String upwards of 400 times and nothing else.
That has an addictive little beat to it. It's like do 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 do.
Yeah,
like,
there's something about Invisible String.
Oh my god, folklore is so. But that's not what this podcast is about. And we do have to invite our guests. Guys, you know them from TikTok. You know them from Instagram. You know them from being together. But then also now you're going to...
Sometimes they can do separate. Not today.
They can also do separate. But I was going to say today, but that's actually not the case. We have one for the first half, one for the second half. The other sits in the corner.
That'd be awesome.
We'll ask them if they want to do that, but I can't imagine they will. You are going to love these two girls. They're online as a Twink and a Redhead, but their real names are Grant Gibbs and Ashley Gill.
Yes, hi.
How are you two?
We're good. We're
So
good.
good.
We just took the M over here. We're neighbors, basically.
Aw.
Yeah, with you guys.
Oh my
It's so
God.
I almost bought a red wig so we could kind of be like paralleling on the couch.
We should've brought our
Yes.
pixie cut wig.
You could have wore
Yeah.
our pixie cut redhead wig, and then it would have been
Yeah.
2 twinks and 2 redheads.
I should have
Well,
reached
I think I
Yeah.
should have worn a wig.
Oh, and I'm the
Oh.
twink.
You're the twink.
Huh.
it
I never
gives
thought about it like that, but we could do it.
It could be fun.
It
Switch
could be
it up.
fun.
If you were a gay man, you would be a twink. Same with Ashley.
So
you
true.
both
That's
would.
so true.
How much longer do you think you're a twink for?
No,
He's already pushing.
I already
the
am definitely
limits.
pushing it.
Really?
Yeah, you're kind of
Yeah.
twunk
Yeah.
almost.
You have such
Oh,
a youthful
twunk.
glow.
You're getting so
Cup.
much closer.
Well, here's the thing. Growing up, I've always wanted to not be a twink, and I was just
Mm.
called it all the time. And then finally, like, I guess I leaned in with
Embraced
it. And now I'm being told I'm not a twink, and I'm more so a twunk. And I'm like, oh my god, that's what I always wanted to hear.
oh my
Wait,
god.
so
So we're doing.
so your wildest dreams came. Okay, I guess we'll end the podcast here. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
we
we're
did
done.
the work.
Why were we both speechless when you told us you were a twunk?
Okay, you said it first.
I did say it, and then
You
you
said
said it. I was like, yeah, right, bitch.
Yeah,
Great.
You can't call yourself
I know
a
you're- that's so
twunk.
true.
You're a seal.
But hey, I am experiencing twink death, and I know it.
No,
and
I'm addicted to
yeah.
being twink though. I went to my gay group chat of 10 guys, and I know I'm the biggest twink in it. So I made a poll of every single person in it with their names. I'm like, who's the biggest twink? Wanting, I knew to
Yeah.
answer already.
Yeah.
Twink Death would be
Validation.
like an amazing solo show title for the
Shut
Edinburgh
up.
Fringe.
Oh my
Something to think
God.
about.
Definitely something to think about.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah,
That
we've
would
been
be
trying.
Really good.
We've been trying to lean more like almost Grant and Ash.
Yeah.
And then the people who do
Okay.
know us are like, okay, that's Twink and a redhead.
Yeah.
But like,
No,
yeah,
wait.
I don't-
I'll reinsert introducing and say
We're
Gran and
rebranding.
Ash.
Gran Ash,
Gran
yeah.
Ash.
because hey, it can only last so long.
It can
I
only last so
know.
long.
I'm gonna go gray at some point.
You
know.
too. Right.
I love that you guys are long term thinkers.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
sure.
30 down,
For sure.
years down the road, you guys can be Ash and Grant.
Yeah.
Grant and
Awesome point.
Ash.
Or a bear and a gray old hag.
Bear and a hag. Wait.
Wait a minute.
Like
I'm
that.
loving
Wait a
that.
minute.
Wait, we'll reach out to your people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's perfect.
I'm like, personal branding is almost all we have. So for you guys to even figure out this far in advance,
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah,
Bill
we didn't
Bag.
really think it through. People are always like, Hannah Horvath.
I know. I'm like, do you guys have a title? Do you guys have any nicknames for the
I
duo?
give
that
Amelia
you're-
nicknames, but they're not for the pod. They're kind of just for us.
So true.
What?
Not to your face either.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't even know about these.
Yeah.
But no, we're
Evan,
not actually
text me
as
later.
good.
Tell me them later.
No, we're not actually good at personal branding the way you guys are. You guys are master personal branders.
Yeah.
Oh my
We
God.
are.
Yeah, you guys are killing it.
Oh, thank
Masterclass?
you. Yeah.
Wait, it'd be
Right.
so fun if you taught a workshop.
We should.
What would
We
it be
have so-
on?
Being hot.
Yeah.
Having fun?
Yeah.
I don't
Having
know.
fun, having a goddamn good time.
Having a blast.
Having a blast. Club Penguin.
Oh,
Webkins. We
yeah.
can teach that.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Wait,
Cash
how
Cow
many
2.
webkins did you guys
Cash
have?
cow too.
And what was your favorite? Actually, this is a big question I got
over
asked.
70 Webkins.
Oh my fucking
Major.
god.
Yeah, like I had a farm.
Yeah.
A zoo. A goddamn zoo in my
No,
house.
as you deserve.
Yeah.
I only had like 12. I was more into Club Penguin.
And this actually says so much about you guys, how much each of you has
How many
kids.
did you have?
I only had 30, which is actually a lot, but
Oh
now
my
to hear
God.
70. But
Yeah.
I'd also go to a grocery store and steal the tags every single time.
I would just guess
The
codes all night long.
Oh wow! I didn't know there was this hustle going on.
The way I
honey, I
had
stealing
one, it was a
codes.
white terrier named Miranda.
Oh,
And I was
love
like,
that.
this is the only girl I need. She's going to have a mansion and she's going to live alone.
Spoiled.
Did
Yeah.
y'all play Nintendo?
No, but I do remember.
I tried, and then I was like, this is way too much work for an 8-year-old.
I love Nintendogs. My sister used to take my DS and like play Nintendogs, and I would come back and I would see like a Shih Tzu randomly was like adopted. I would always set it back up for adoption.
Oh,
I'm like, what are you doing?
Someone call PETA.
it's, we have to help the dogs.
The dogs, the animals,
It's what
the
I always
webkins.
say.
But
Oh,
our
I have to help
podcast.
Marnie.
Our podcast isn't about dogs, it's about Marnie. Let's dive in. Where were you when Girls came out? Do you remember what 2012 meant to you?
Ooh, yeah.
I was,
yeah.
I was 12.
You were
Holy
12?
shit.
Yeah.
I was 13, obsessed with the Hunger Games in 2012.
Yeah.
But no, I think my sister kind of liked girls. Like it was always in the peripheral, but I was
Mhm.
never tuned in.
May I ask a query?
Mm.
Because my older sisters watch Girls too, and I vividly remember the Marnie ass eating scene. Have you guys covered that yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was earlier on. but
Apparently.
No, but if you want to do a little soapbox
I
speech
just
about
remember
it.
being a young adolescent tween and seeing that on the TV in my basement and being horrified.
To see that as a tween is so shocking.
Yeah, it was almost as shocking as well, not to bring up another show, but did you guys watch Gossip Girl?
Of course.
The
Of
Hilary Duff, Vanessa Dan threesome.
You're right.
These are two like pillars in my adolescence.
I think just Hilary
Wow.
Duff being in that show was shocking.
And that's why they
So
had to
true.
cancel the Liz McGuire reboot because it was too
That's
horny.
fucked.
because there were no ass eating scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Well-
Thanks, Disney, right?
Right?
Thanks, Disney. But yeah, the ass eating, apparently Allison Williams has in a writer that she can't show her boobs. And so they're like, we'll show everything else.
Wait.
So she showed whole.
So that's why she had to show whole.
Oh
it was in
my
a kitchen or
God.
something, right?
Yeah, like a
well,
whole.
kind of Marnie's apartment's
Marnie's
all
apartment.
kitchen.
Okay.
And it was also the bathroom and the bedroom.
Yeah.
Right, major
Yeah.
scene. We're well, that's another episode. To get
I know.
into.
We have to dive
Sorry.
into
No.
season 5, episode 1,
Yes.
wedding. We're going to start off by doing our 1-minute synopsis.
And away we go. It's raining and it's Marnie's wedding day, or at least that's what she thinks it is. And Shoshana's back from Japan because 6 months later, girl, she's here. Bebe enters the room and he's actually BB. And a really cool thing, Fran's knocking at the door. He's like, "Hey, girls," and then Marnie's like, "Shoshana, can you get rid of him?" And then turns around and goes, "No, you can actually stay." While Shoshana's being like, "Can you go now? I'm in the worst position ever."
is Bridget Everett, and she is playing Marnie's makeup artist. Marnie, of course, has a lot of stress about the wedding. She's afraid it's raining. Everybody's acting crazy, and she's like, "I need my makeup to be perfect." And then Hannah is like, "You're acting crazy, Marnie. I'm gonna go fuck my boyfriend Fran in the car." And then Fran tells Hannah that Desi has had 7 previous engagements, and the ring was actually Clementine's ring. And Hannah's like, "I have to go tell Marnie," but then Marnie's crying because she looks like a crazy Bratz doll.
You guys, for some reason, Desi, the groom, right? He's freaking out. So he goes and takes a swim in the lake, right? And then his friend goes in after him. He's freaking out. He might run off, and then he comes back. For some reason, Kylo Ren is here as well. He's kissing with whoever.
Just
Like lively looking girl.
Yeah.
And then Marnie's freaking out. Marnie and Hannah get into a tiffy.
Mhm.
They get into a tiffy, and
But then they kind of make up because Marnie's like, "Hannah, you are so goddamn unsupportive." And then Hannah's like, "You know what? I'm sorry." And then they fix. Oh, Jessa comes and she's like, "I'm gonna save the day," and she decides she's gonna help Marnie fix her makeup. And they all wear yellow rain jackets. Oh, it's so cute.
Oh.
And then
It's so
they
cute.
head down the aisle.
Oh my god, and that's 1 minute.
Okay,
And what a
yes.
gorgeous
I don't even know what
episode.
we do to timer.
And I loved your vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Kylo Ren. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I was
That must
shook
have
when
been
he
such a
walked
jump
out.
scare.
Oh, it was. I didn't know. And then also, I'm sorry. One of my thoughts I wrote down. Why is Adam Driver's hair like that?
No,
So
it was
thick.
long.
So
Adam
thick,
Driver.
and that part. And then there's one part in the show too. He literally like goes like this and swoops it to the side, and it's like, okay, so it is intentional.
No,
Like-
yeah, I'm like, I guess that was where we were at as a culture.
2015
Yeah,
was a weird year for hair.
But
Oh,
I have
so
to
weird.
say, it's like
True.
every season, the break between, because we just recorded the finale episode, but it's course like
For
in
season
real
4,
life,
yeah.
like 8 months went by. So we come back and all the actors and actresses have
Okay.
new hair, and we just have to accept that they're different now. It's like Hannah's hair is
Yeah.
so.
Did she have the pixie?
She
and
had
the-
hard bob bangs.
Okay.
We
Isn't
come
that
back.
accurate though? Like every 6 months in Brooklyn, you have to change your hairstyle.
Mm.
So it's like they're actually doing that in the show too. No big deal.
Before we jump into the episode too much, we have a very important question to ask you two.
Uh oh.
Girl, what
girl
girls
are
are you?
Oh, we did
Oh,
plural.
shit.
Have we done
Do you want to
plural
go first?
before?
Do
You
wanna-
go first.
Okay, I already know my answer just based on this episode. I think I am Hannah.
Yeah.
Word.
Unapologetically so.
Mhm.
And the part that really made me relate to her was when everyone was being a bitch to her and was really mean, and when they were talking about her appearance and whatnot. Not that people talk about I think it'd be
Right.
different situations.
No, actually,
But-
you famously said people were talking about your appearance at the top of this episode, aka Twink style.
So true.
So
Okay, so
true.
true. So maybe that is an element to this. But how they got her so kind of mad that she exploded and then like ran off, and they're all just kind of like, oh, great, like here we go.
That is so you.
Right? And I'm thinking like, oh my God, like Hannah was the victim, and now they're all gonna talk about how she's making this wedding about her and blah blah blah. Of course, Hannah, why are you even friends with her?
Yeah.
I just related to that.
Being a victim.
Being a victim causing a scene.
That's
Ooh.
Even
so
worse.
you. Yeah.
Not a victim, just a victim causing a scene.
The
Right.
best kind of
Yes.
victim.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that, right?
Your emotions are valid.
Thank you, Amelia.
Yeah.
Aw.
You be damn.
Well,
you look like
I-
a damn Marnie.
Stop. Grant
Can I
insulted
say
me
something?
so
I
much.
almost said the same thing. I was like, I don't want to. I want you to have space to talk about. I was like, she looks like a damn Marnie.
Okay, I
So
hate
sorry, all
Marnie.
love, all
No,
love.
Marnie's my least favorite. Like I hate Marnie, but I think I'm a Hannah. But you think you're the negative aspects of Hannah, but maybe I'm not.
Girl, you are not a Hannah.
I don't know. I don't
You're
have a
like
good read
that-
on it.
You might be the
Oh
girl from
my
Japan.
God.
Shoshana.
The girl from
Maybe.
Japan.
Yeah. Well, she's a little like flighty and like you know.
And like she's like, is she studying abroad?
She's working at a
She's
high-tech,
working.
high-level marketing job for
Mm.
AKA
millennials.
doing social media in Japan.
okay, that's
That
kind
could
of
be
me.
you.
And I
like
was
getting
really
into
interested in
something.
going to Japan. No, but I feel like she could be me.
You would kill in Japan, FYI.
Yeah.
Having red hair is huge there.
Is it?
They would
Yeah,
try and
your
take
look
photos
would-
with you on the street.
You'd be
well,
celeb.
okay. That happened. Grant and I went to Ecuador junior year of high school, and a family took a photo with me.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Like my red hair.
And you weren't even looking that good back then.
Oh no,
Ooh.
I used to pencil my eyebrows really bad.
It
No,
was
and we
different time.
all went through
It was
that.
actually
Yeah.
this era of where this
Yeah.
episode aired that we were in Ecuador.
Yeah, where were you when
We
girls came out
were-
in
In
Ecuador?
the
Ecuador, actually in the
Galapagos
Galapagos
Islands.
Islands. Yeah.
What? Why were you in
We-
Ecuador, you
So-
two?
It's an
It was a
interesting
field
query.
trip where
Okay.
they took 4 people from our school to Ecuador, and Grant and I were 2
It was
of
like
4.
a weird environmental service learning trip
Yeah.
that a teacher in our school did, and we
It was
said,
like
"Hi, yes, please."
Hi, sign me up.
Aw.
I wish
Yeah.
when
I
I
love
blow
that.
out my birthday candles this year, I'm like, I'm wishing for one normal thing to happen to the two of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be nice.
that would be nice.
Yeah.
But if it's not on the cards, it's not on the cards, and that's beautiful too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do we know what girls you are this
Well,
episode? Do you guys answer
Do
that?
you want to?
Do you two want to ask us? And this girl, what girl are you? Not you don't have
Okay.
to do plural. I like singular.
sing it?
Sorry, Meal.
Yeah.
Okay, in our style. Okay.
Girl,
what girl are you?
Ooh. You guys really
Hey.
do need an
Going-
NYU music producer.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our voices are
Because our voices are,
gorgeous.
yeah, it's just the producing we need.
That-
So
Anyway.
Do you want to begin?
Well, I'm just like every comedian does want to be a singer. That's what we learned at that.
we're not comedians.
Oh right, never
Yeah,
mind.
We're storytellers. So.
Oh my god. Well, I think we have the same answer,
What?
which is I feel like such an Elijah because moments before you guys came here, I meditated, but AK took a nap, but not really.
Because you're scared.
No, I actually had a really hard day. All the
Oh.
dopamine in my brain is gone because I produced 3 shows this week. And just that's a lot on a body.
Yeah.
But now I'm here, and that's beautiful. Girl, what girl are you?
I think it in that Andrew had to take an upper for wedding vows. It's like I'm always taking an upper for an event that it didn't ask me to.
Right.
Where it's like everybody else is sipping tea, and I'm like, this is the night where I go all out.
Yeah.
But I also felt like Jessa in that it's like when you do something wrong, you try and compensate by saving the day. So it's like she kissed her best friend's boyfriend, is feeling weird, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna suddenly be an amazing doll and makeup artist and like emotional support system. And it's like guilt can really drive you to do amazing things for your friends.
So
That's
true.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
So
That's a
true.
huge point.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, Amelia.
I love that.
I
I'm
love
gonna make
it
you
too.
so guilty this year.
Okay. Good luck. I can fight back. Let's
do
dive
it
into
easy with
Shoshana. Last time we saw Shoshana, she decided she was moving to Japan for a fun marketing job, and now she is flying back just for the wedding to support her friend who's getting married. And so she's been living in Japan and loving it for 7 months, which is so awesome. And now she's ready to do the wedding thing, and she's having a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
She's having a great time.
Her big thing this episode though is that she has this gorgeous boyfriend that she's like, actually I don't want to pick between my boyfriend and career. So she actually is now doing long distance with this guy while she's in Japan. But now she's back in New York and not telling her long distance boyfriend because it would make things complicated.
Wait, that was actually like my favorite line of the episode when she's like, I don't want to see my long-term boyfriend when I'm here, or long-distance boyfriend. Like, I don't want to ruin things. I was like, honestly, I feel like so many people are in that position.
It is so relatable to be in a long-term relationship and be like, well, I actually know how to work when we're not together.
Yeah.
So to be together actually would be crazy. I'm never going to do that.
Hey, let's just keep it on FaceTime, right? You know what? What's wrong with that?
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
We'll get a snap streak going and I never have to see you.
It's perfect.
Interesting.
Wow.
It's
I would love to
perfect.
do a relationship that way.
Yeah.
Having a relationship in just name alone is so epic as well.
Yeah. I'm taken. I never see him, but I'm taken.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's so in high school when like a girl in your grade like dated a guy that went to a different high school, and you're like, oh yeah, Peyton's dating Cam.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, who's Cam? And it's like, you wouldn't get it.
But then it was always crazy when you would see them out together,
And you're
because
like,
it's like Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
They're
or
so
fucking
like,
real.
true.
Yeah, like it's
You
like,
run into them at Chipotle at the same time, and you're like, fuck,
Yeah,
it wasn't.
it's big.
I'm like,
Yeah.
That's never happened to me.
I
Oh.
would spiral if I had that kind of relationship that Shoshana has. Like, I would think that
you
something
don't
was
think
up.
you could do long dist?
Oh, hell no.
Even with a guy like Jason Ritter,
Well,
who
He's the CEO of a soup company.
he's CEO of a soup company, went to Harvard.
but is he hot?
He's
No,
good enough.
He's good enough.
He's nice. He's average, I feel like.
Mm.
After a
Yeah.
few drinks.
Is he
why
rich?
not?
He's
well,
getting there.
he's a CEO. So.
Okay.
He's got. I think based off what you said though about hair so far in this episode, you would not care for him.
You would hate his
You would
haircut.
not enjoy this
Oh.
man.
Okay.
We all changed sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fast switch up.
Whoa.
What about her like Marilyn Monroe look that the makeup artist
No, and
gives
we have
her?
to ask, like, how did her hair become that from BP?
Yeah.
It was
like-
not
It had to have
great.
been a wig, right? That actress was wearing.
I could only hope that Sasha was wearing a wig, but it is interesting that it's like Marnie describes the vibe she wants, and she's like, it's
Yeah.
kind of like boho, whatever, and they're like, so Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes no sense. I mean, and then the juxtaposition of Marnie's dress and the whole vibe, and then her glam that she
Yeah.
gets. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
The glam.
So
I mean, we have to
unfortunate.
dive into Bridget Everett being
Well,
on this
I'm
episode.
like, yeah, Bridget Everett killed in this role, but it's like she had 35 minutes and she was able to do that to Shoshana's hair. I mean, come on. I mean, she might not be doing the look you want, but she's doing a look.
But she's
That
doing
is
full
impressive.
glam. She's doing a full beat, and I have to respect
in
that.
35 minutes, she's
Yeah.
in drag queen makeup in 35.
Literally.
She's worth every penny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely
Yeah.
drag.
and I love her
Sophia
30-year-old
Bush.
daughter.
I know. And Sophia Bush. I love that reference.
Oh my God. Do you guys remember Sophia Bush I was so addicted to her in high school. I would like tweet at her and be like, I love One Tree Hill. And she's like, heart. And I'd be like, oh my God.
Oh
Your
my
life is
God.
I was
Dang.
addicted to One Tree Hill because I thought it's like the only show
Yeah.
that existed.
Wait, can I ask a dumb question? Is she related to George Bush?
No.
No.
Yes. No.
I'm actually gonna go with Grant on this one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish.
You know, she was married to Chad Michael Murray for like 9 months.
Who is
Yeah.
Sophia
He was one of my
Bush?
first celeb crushes.
I don't even
Of
know if it
course.
was even 9 months.
Yeah,
Like,
it might have been less, but it was
time.
what, season 1, season 2 One Tree Hill. Then they had to be on One Tree Hill for 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years,
And she dated multiple cast members after
Yeah.
that. She dated the guy that played Nathan.
right?
She dated Julian later on.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she really dated them
Yeah.
all.
Hey, and I would too.
And I there's not a lot to do in North Carolina where they shot.
No.
It's like you're
Hook up with your co-stars.
you're with your
Yeah.
co-stars.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I love that they referenced her, and I do believe that Sophia Bush would be way nicer than Marnie was to BB.
I think so too.
Justice
Marnie.
for BB, right?
Justice
Yeah,
for
she's trying her best, but
BB.
Marnie's really being bridezilla.
I would
Yeah.
have loved Marnie's wedding to be on the TLC show For Weddings.
Oh
Are you
my
guys
God.
familiar?
I used to
Of
DVR
course.
it.
Yeah, she would have been insane. She would have like purposely scored all the girls so low.
She would have given 2s to all of them and then be mad like when one of them gave her like a 7.
Yeah.
She'd be like, it was an 8 at least.
Yeah.
It rained, honey. You didn't get the big tent.
I know.
I'm not allowed to talk about that network.
Oh.
TLC, why?
Used to work.
I may or may not have, maybe may or may not have,
Allegedly.
allegedly have maybe gotten a cease and desist.
No.
Wait, that's so
Yeah.
major. Congrats.
No, it is. And isn't it like kind of like iconic that it's that
yeah,
one
you
out
guys
of
have
all
been featured
them?
in Rolling Stone and
And I have
Cease
a
and Desist by TLC.
Maybe.
That's probably
That's
why Buddy Velastro doesn't want to
so
work with
scary.
us, the cake boss.
Shit.
Anyway.
I was
Yeah.
addicted to 19 Kids and Counting.
Oh God.
Oh.
That lore.
You were
I-
addicted. Like, that means you were into it.
Yeah,
Like
I was a Christian.
Oh.
Yeah, we all have to go through something.
Okay.
So true.
But it's
So
thank God
sorry.
I'm out and I'm sending love and light to all the women in that family and all the men.
Yeah.
I hope you get the help you need. So Fran is in love with Hannah, shows up way too early to the wedding, is like, let me hang with the girls. It's like, you're not selling yourself.
I was on Marnie's side
No.
in that position because I was like, if my bridesmaid brought her random boyfriend
Yeah.
I don't know well
Yeah.
into the bridal suite, I would be like,
Ooh.
hey, get the fuck out.
But the way she went about that
No,
was
she
so
should have
been like,
annoying.
Hey, Hannah, like, I love you. Can we maybe like, can he go with the men? Can he go outside? Go on a hike. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Instead of
Yeah.
the way
She went around about it the wrong way, but I have to say everything that Marnie was upset about was so valid. Her friends were acting bonkers. It's like, Hannah, put a clip in your hair. It's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
And like, she's like, don't bring your random boyfriend into the suite when I'm stressed about the rain. It's
so
like,
rude.
I'm sure it had 11 o'clock checkout at the Courtyard Marriott. That's
Was
why
that
I'm
a Marriott?
I'm thinking, no, they weren't staying there. I'm just assuming he had to check out at the Courtyard Marriott that
Yeah.
they booked a big block out for all the guests to stay at.
Mm.
And
I-
he just had to get
But
over
then,
there.
like, they go later on to have sex in the car. Like, why couldn't you just play
Hung out
Tetris in the car? You know, like
Yeah.
pass a few hours.
Tetris in the car. That
say
should be named
that.
for
Logically.
episode.
But
They did play some kind of Tetris. I know they were making
Hey-o.
something fit.
No.
Like,
I know that's right.
Booyah!
I love Hannah trying to tie her dress. The bridesmaid dresses all being tied in different ways. It was giving Aquamarine, where they give Sarah Paxton like 3 different looks with the same
but
top.
it perfectly captured their character,
Of course.
and I love that.
Yeah, in
symbolism.
the bathroom when you really got to look at her,
Yeah.
Hannah's twisty thing going on.
Yeah,
I was like,
that
that
was
is not
cool.
correct.
I wonder how they wetted her dress before they were like action. Remember when she
Ooh.
With the
walks into the
nets.
bathroom with Marnie? It's like Marnie, they had to paint her face, and then Lena, they were like, "How are we gonna like soak you in water?"
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think they just sprayed her?
well, I think
Probably.
Lena was written in the script like tits out for first scene when I come back out from the rain. And then
Mhm.
because if you go in a bathroom scene, it's dried, but then you see full areola the scene before.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
full
something-
areola.
Full areola.
Jesus Christ. I think Fran's trying his best, but I think Lena is purposely trying to write Fran as an outsider and like never really fitting into the world of girls, because
Mm.
the whole point of Hannah dating Fran is that she's trying to switch it up from the
yeah,
the
she wants
normal
to be
guy she hangs-
neurotypical.
Yeah, which then it's like Adam and Hannah have now officially been broken up for over a year. Let's look at that. Like, Jessa and Adam have been friends for all of season 4. They had a budding friendship, nothing romantic, but it like did feel inevitable that they were gonna get together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when Adam goes in for that kiss, it was shocking, but it was also like, yeah.
But unfortunately, I think.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's not great.
Have you guys
It's
ever
okay.
kissed one of your friends' exes?
One of my friend's exes. No, I don't
Think so.
Ugh,
Watch, I'm gonna
boring.
get like a DM after this and be like, "You fucking bitch." Yes, I did.
You probably have. Because, like,
Really?
I mean, growing up, like, I was gay in my town. So I'm like, there's not so many people I could kiss who's exes. But all the boys recycled and girls recycled in our high
Yeah,
school.
that's true.
So,
Everyone
Yeah.
was making their rounds.
There's
Yeah,
a
I'm
lot of
sure.
people who watch the show and truly get so upset by this relationship. Morally, ethically, how do you guys feel? It's been a year, they're friends. Like, they had a whole conversation before where it's like, Adam's like, I'm over Hannah.
Personally, I think Jessa and Hannah are too close for Jessa to be doing that. Even though it's like weird, you can't, if you're doing that with an acquaintance, like you hook up with your acquaintance's ex, fine, but that's a little too close to home.
Yeah, for them to be close friends for many years, it seems a bit insane. I did watch the bonus features, and Lena said that they really wanted to make it a point that like Adam initiated it and Jessa didn't, because she was like, it's not believable that Jessa would do that to her friend. But then she was like, it is believable that she'd kiss him back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh.
I mean, Jessa's not great. She doesn't make
She
the
doesn't-
best decisions.
She doesn't have an amazing track
Notoriously.
record, but she's not like on heroin right now.
True.
if you're gonna do that, I really think you have to be okay with like losing your friend. You know, when these coming episodes, if she continues to act this way, hey.
But she's done terrible things before, Grant. They let everything go. They
I
hold some
mean-
grudges, though.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, there's some drama there. Hey, you guys, it's not okay.
It's
And
not
right,
okay.
and all.
And it is a reminder. It's scripted. So if you guys see this on TV and you're, you know, thinking this is okay behavior, hey, it might not always pan out the way you watch on TV.
It's such an important disclosure.
Yeah. So
Wow.
We'll add it off the top too.
We didn't know that either.
Yeah.
So for now, us to learn that, it's awesome.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's definitely media literacy. Right?
I do feel like it's perfect timing that then Jess is feeling guilty, because we really did need her to get in there and save the day when she came back into the room and saw everybody with the fucked up faces. Like Marnie with her whatever
But I
makeup.
kind of want to argue on this point.
What?
Because I think Jessa, we see this based off the last episode where Caroline's giving birth, which is Adam's sister.
Yeah.
Jessa is so good at taking charge in a stressful moment. Like, she is built around this. Like, she did this literally 6 months ago. And now, same situation, like, stressful moment. Marnie's having the worst makeup look ever, clown.com. And now she's kind of walking and like saving the day. Jessa is so good at saving the day. And I think she would have either way, even if she wasn't feeling guilty.
Yeah.
I think it helped.
Mhm.
But I
I
think
think
she would
it-
have done it either way.
Yeah, you know what? And she knows how to braid. That girl knows how to braid hair.
Oh, I know.
Oh my god. She is like a walking ad for free people in 2014.
Literally.
Like she looked like any moment she's ready to go to Coachella, and I love that about
It's
her.
crazy that they were all wearing the same dress, but when she wore it, I was like, that's so boho chic.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm wishing the best for Jessa this season. I'm glad she's helping her friends, even though she doesn't believe in the marriage. She thinks Shoshana's fucking annoying. She thinks Hannah's insane, and she doesn't even like herself that much.
No.
Just kind of looking at Marnie's whole, like, I really appreciate the way women speak to each other, especially in like on a wedding day. I think there's such a specific dialogue, and we see this in actually like your TLC shows as well, like the passive aggressiveness, the way that a type A person wants to be perceived as like happy-go-lucky and fun on their wedding day, have the perfect day ever. So projecting all their negative emotions onto like someone else, so they can like be like, I'm the positive one, I'm having a good time. Well, actually, instead of not internalizing all the conflict happening on that day, so like her turning to Shoshana and like asking her to like do her dirty work, or like being as like this like passive, it's like telling BB when she's like, oh, I get it, you want to do, what was it, Katy Perry makeup? Who is the singer?
I don't know.
When Marnie's like, oh my god, who's the singer? Does anyone remember? It's cool. We all
Celine,
want
it's
this to know.
Selena
Oh,
Gomez,
Selena Gomez
Oh,
in the
yeah,
scene.
yeah,
and Jesus.
Yeah, Selena Gomez in the
Yeah.
scene. She's like, okay, I get it. Selena Gomez in the scene meets Jesus. Perfect. Yeah, it's like, so it's just a fair. I love the way women are speaking around weddings. Passive aggression is cool and it's an art form, and Marnie has mastered that shit.
It is such good writing because when you're a girl like Marnie and you want to like to be a nice girl, but then you also are passionate about what's happening and you need it to be a certain way, it's like you have to say like no and then be like thank you for your work.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard when it's like such an emotional day for her. She's so stressed. So the fact that like her girl isn't getting it immediately, she's like, okay, thank you so
Marnie's
much.
from New Jersey. So
I honestly had some respect for Marnie in that moment because I would have been like, hey, you fucking bitch. Like, you're going to do the makeup how I want it. And I was like, wow, she's really composed right now. But she was kind of crazy.
That's so true. I had such different perspective, but you guys are changing
Did
it
you
right
think
now.
she was evil?
Yes.
And you know what? It was written that way.
But also to
under
not
the
do a
lines-
hair trial and a makeup trial before the big day. Like, really?
She
should
would
plan
have. She
ahead.
would have
Yeah.
trialed.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's unrealistic. That's a
It's
little.
unreal.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
was
plot hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a plot
Major
hole.
plot
Well,
hole.
Marnie had the fucking mood board already made. I mean, you didn't send it to Bridget Everett
Yeah.
beforehand? Yeah,
Right.
right,
Yeah.
girl.
Right.
Plot hole.
Yeah.
Right.
In the bonus features of this episode, Lena is talking about how Allison Williams at the time was actually getting real life married and was being nothing but lovely to the people involved and being so chill. And she's like, she got to play out her bridezilla fantasy in the
Oh,
show.
wow.
And I'm like, well, that's good to hear. Also, fun fact, Rita Wilson, Marnie's mom,
Mhm.
is married to Tom Hanks.
Yeah, did you know
Oh,
that?
wow. No.
Oh.
They were the
Rita.
first two people to
Like
get COVID.
in Australia filming the Baz Luhrmann Elvis movie. I know
Oh
a lot
my
about
God.
But Tom Hanks officiated Allison Williams' wedding.
this.
Everyone's connected.
And
Yeah.
Brian walked her down the aisle, I bet. Because that's her dad.
Okay.
Kidding, sorry. Brian Williams stan.
Yeah, I thought she was like being a bridezilla for sure. But I love the line where she's talking to BB and she's like, it's fine. Like, I'm really easygoing. Like, I'm really, because I was like, no, you're not. But when you put that perspective where, like, yeah, it's one of the most stressful days of your life, she is honestly pretty composed. And I would be so pissed if like my best friend was trying to like test me on my wedding day. Like, I'm not wearing that. Or I don't like,
Yeah,
what I
it's like, can
mean?
you
Like,
like
that's-
grow up, Hannah?
Yeah.
But
Oh, the hair
yeah,
clips.
You know what
Yeah,
it reminded
like-
me of? Do y'all ever watch the Kardashians?
of
Totally.
course.
Okay, Kim and Kanye's wedding in Italy. Kylie dyed her hair blue right before the wedding.
Yes.
And Kim was like, are you serious? Like, can you not have blue hair on my wedding day? Kylie shows up, blue hair.
yeah, because the attention just
And Kim
goes
was
right.
not
That's so-
happy.
I wouldn't be
Wow.
happy if I was Kim
If you have a
either.
mood board and someone dyes their hair right before your wedding day, I think you have every right to kick them out of your bridal party, even if it's family. There.
Even if it's
And
family.
hey, does that make me a villain? So
It's
be
an
it.
interesting query, isn't it?
So be it.
Well, it is like Marnie of the four girls. It's like Marnie is the one that's been dreaming about her wedding day her whole life. Like she has such a clear image in her mind of like she's gonna get married, it's gonna be perfect. And then when it's raining, and then I mean the saddest part of it all is everything's going wrong, and she doesn't even know what's going wrong with Desi. She has
She's
no
focusing-
ideas that he's in a
Yeah.
pond being like, I can't live like this. I can't do it. Like, can you imagine? I would kill myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, Marnie's such a girl that like needs things to like. She doesn't care about her personal life, like how things are actually going, but she needs things to look good on paper.
Yeah.
It's like actually getting married and having a beautiful wedding with nice photos. Like that's really important. The actual marriage itself, it's like she definitely cares about it, but it's really for her, who's like just so focused on goals and set, like getting married is a big goal for her. Like she doesn't actually care about the logistical aspects of it and the everyday nuances.
Wow.
So she's kind of willing just to sacrifice a lot just to have a nice wedding.
Yeah.
And then finally, we must speak on Ray. Oh, poor
Ruh-roh.
baby. Ray is going through like, I want to speak now, but I know Marnie doesn't even want me. So it's like, it's not like a movie where it's like, I just
Yeah.
want this guy to speak up because I love him too. It's like she doesn't
She
feel
doesn't.
that way.
Yeah.
So
But
sad.
I think I think Ray goes to the pond to try and talk to Desi and be like, hey, like if you're not in on this, tap out now. But instead, Desi takes it as like, I need to double down and do it.
Yeah.
Which like imagine you're trying to like get advice for something you want and it makes the person do the opposite of what you want.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's tough.
It's insane parallels that go on in this show because I mean this show's all about parallels between like mother-daughter or between friends, like because a similar situation between Marnie and Shoshana, where Shoshana was seriously dating Ray, and then Marnie goes ahead and hooks up and kind of dates Ray as well. Now the same thing is happening to Hannah, where she was in a very serious relationship with Adam, the most defining thing in her life. And now Jess is going to go ahead and date him.
Yeah.
And like the regret they're both filled with. It's beautiful. I mean, it is like.
Is it beautiful?
Or
incestuous?
Or is it
history.
ugly?
It should, you know what? Some of the ugliest things are beautiful.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Yeah.
8 engagements? What the actual Clementine's ring? What the are we okay? How are you feeling?
Bad. That's bad. It's a red flag immediately.
The whole sequence of this where Desi is like, he's meditation. He's like, I am so good at being focused in the present. And then he immediately starts freaking out. And his friend's like, sorry, he always does this. I thought he was going to actually marry Marnie because he made it to the wedding day. And then you kind of see him running in the background in the window, which is LOL so funny. And then Ray, who's so in love with Marnie, kind of in order to like help Marnie move on, it's like, you know what? Now I can go give this empowered speech to Desi. I've done it once before about like how he's not good enough for Marnie, but then actually Desi doesn't actually listen to Ray's message and kind of is like, you know what, Ray? I am gonna get married to Marnie. And that whole sequence, LOL, I'm dying my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The irony,
LOL,
right?
I'm dying my ass.
Yeah.
What color?
Blue, like
Hey.
Kylie.
Ooh.
Oh my
It's
God.
perfect.
No, yeah, that was an interesting scene.
For
sure.
It's
Well, I think we always naturally want to hear the things we want to hear, right? It's like even if someone's telling you one thing, it's like you're just gonna hear what you want to
Yeah.
Bias.
Bias.
So true.
the way that Hannah is like, I of course have to tell my best friend. And then Marnie is like, I need you to be here for me. And Hannah is like, I'm going to let her go through with a wedding to an evil guy. I'm like, how is she being a good friend by being like, you're making the right choice, knowing she's not making the right choice?
That actually pissed me off because they frame it like, oh my God, like Hannah's finally growing up. She's really going to be there for her friend. And she's doing the exact opposite that any normal person would do.
Exactly.
But also, I kind of have to, me blaming the woman, I have to blame Marnie a little because you're not going to ask this guy you're engaged to some questions about your history.
No,
you know,
literally.
like I like to know my partner's dating history. I want to know all the details, you know? She couldn't ask a few simple
That's
questions.
a big thing, being engaged.
Right?
That
Like, how do
many
you
times.
not know
How does that not come up?
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least once. Out of all the 8 engagements, not one
And
thing came
I
up?
would argue Marnie isn't stupid. She's a pretty smart girl. So the fact
Mhm.
that she does not have the foresight, but I think she operates in a world where she's like, I'm basically the first guy or girl he's ever dated.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Even though
true.
she stole him from another girl.
Yeah, no worries. She had a disease.
Well, I'm like, there's not one crazy ex that's like seeing the photos on Instagram and being like, Marnie, get your ass
Yeah.
out of there. Like the Facebook tag.
I know
Yeah,
these
right.
girls were on Facebook. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
I know these girls were.
Marnie would of course stalk his Facebook. So
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
Tagged
it's
photos.
Scroll through the timeline.
Could tell you everything.
Well, now I think
Visit-
this brings us into our next segment.
Girl, get your Glock. It's rapid fire time.
Oh.
We're going to ask you guys some rapid fire questions. We hope you brought your guns. And you
Heyo.
just answer whatever comes to mind first.
Okay.
Feel
Yeah.
free to answer one at a time in unison, on top of each other, whatever feels
Actually,
true.
yeah, like look into each other's eyes and then get an answer
better
from that.
What's your favorite utensil?
Fork.
Would you guys rather live in a gorgeous building with a view of an ugly building or an ugly building with a view of a gorgeous building?
Gorgeous building with a view of an ugly building.
And are you guys the voices of your generation or a voice of a generation?
The
voices of our
a generation.
Did you bath in a stream and then run through a field to dry off?
What?
Did you
Did
bathe?
you
Did you
bathe?
bathe?
Did you bathe in a stream and then run in a field? Would we?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Duh.
Is
Yeah.
a flower crown always a good idea?
Yeah.
Is 8 a lucky number?
No.
No.
Would you go to Hershey, Pennsylvania and go, mo, 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 mo?
Yeah.
And we have.
We've been talking about going to Hershey Park soon, so that's crazy.
Would you crush on Fold Press,
Yes.
Sure.
The Japanese dating show?
the Japanese folding show?
Oh.
No.
No.
Does Marnie really take 3.5 hours to get ready?
More.
More.
Is Elijah as radical as Lucille Ball?
Yes.
Yes.
And where were you when Vanessa Hudgens wore a flower crown to Coachella?
Oh my God.
We were
in middle school
having sex ed
Yes.
Oh my
class
god.
together.
Wait, you guys are so good at
Was
that.
that, remember when like everyone like saw her take ecstasy at Coachella in her flower crown?
It
Yeah.
was a scandal
It's
for sure.
iconic.
I
Yeah.
just remember when they had to move releasing High School Musical 3 from the Disney Channel to theaters because of Vanessa Hudgens
They did.
nudes getting leaked.
Oh, that's
Let
not
a girl
fair.
live.
That would never
Let-
happen now.
No.
I remember my mom was so like, that girl sucks.
Oh
and
my
I was
God.
like 8 and I was like, Jesus Christ, let her live.
Because
That's really brave of you to
I
feel
didn't
that
say
way
that
at
to
8.
her.
Well, also remember when Zac Efron was on the red carpet for the Lorax premiere and a condom came out of his pocket?
No.
Yes, with Taylor
he
Swift.
reached into his pocket to like grab gum or something, and a condom fell off in the middle of the red carpet.
That is
Is
drama.
that
Yeah.
PR stunt?
Probably
make him
to
sexualized?
show that
and,
he fucks.
Well, and at that time too, there was so much like drama or lore of like him dating Taylor. At the time,
Okay.
Taylor
But
dating
but he was still with
Zach.
Vanessa, I believe. So
Yeah,
then
they
everyone was
never
like,
did any-
these
What?
two.
It's crazy.
No, he's too short to date Taylor Swift.
I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
watched like a 9-minute Ellen Tube video of
Not Ellen.
Taylor Swift and Zac
I've seen
Efron
seen
singing Pumped Up Kicks, but
Mhm.
rewriting it to be like every time we go on the Ellen show, she makes it really weird
Mm-hmm.
because she's always trying to know like if we're dating. And Ellen's just sitting there and it's like it's so pre-shadowing,
No, yeah.
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
It's like a cry for help, and Ellen's just like, yes, like eating it up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And Taylor Swift's just like lightly being like, "You're crazy and a bitch."
Yeah.
I love Ellen. She's great.
Okay.
Why does that happen
Just
once an
kidding.
episode someone says that?
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Ellen?
we're kind of doing a count here.
Guys, I'm kidding. She definitely is crazy. She definitely was a little evil.
Have you
Ellen?
seen that
Yeah.
show?
Who? The Ellen,
Ellen?
show? Yeah.
I loved
Okay,
it in middle
awesome.
school.
I
Sophia,
ate
Grace,
it
and
up
Rosie.
We should
Oh my
start a
God.
daytime Ellen rewatch podcast where we watch every
Mm.
single episode of Ellen.
And then
That
our
could be
first episode is
fun.
with you guys.
We'd love to. I think Jen
Huge.
Jen Aniston was on that one.
Shut
I have so much
up.
to say.
I've never
Oh my
seen
God.
Ellen, so it'd be
It would
perfect.
go
You
on
guys
for
can fill me
years
in.
It would-
and years and years.
And it was every day.
Yeah.
Literally every day.
We have to release every day.
You're going to be morning toast.
Yeah.
Oh, did they release every day?
I think so.
I think every weekday.
Oh my god, that Claudia girl cannot rest.
My first
She really doesn't have a-
Apostrophe.
Mhm.
my first job in podcasting was interning for this girl with a podcast who was obsessed with being like, how do you make me the morning toast? And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And did you do it?
No,
Yeah.
all
You hate
love.
to
They're like
see
the
it. All
Northern
love.
Star for millennial women.
Yeah. Yeah.
And girls. Now let's bring us to our last segment. That,
That
outfit
outfit in Brooklyn.
That's when we compare Brooklyn then versus Brooklyn now.
Heyo.
Is there anything that like really stuck out to you guys in its episode? There's like that's so staunchly 2015.
Well, I guess it was like supposed to look bad, but I couldn't get over Shosha's blush pink bridesmaid dress with the bold red lip and the blonde hair. It was terrible.
It
Is
was
how-
terrible.
It was terrible.
It was so bad. All the looks are bad. I mean, makeup in that time, I mean, you mentioned this earlier. It's
Mhm.
like we were at really a specific place with eyebrows and contouring.
Yeah.
It was
The
kind of like,
Anastasia eyebrow kit.
yeah, it was like new to the scene to really be lining and kind of oohing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very sharp contour. A bold eye.
It was a very geometric time period.
It was
You know
geometric.
what I mean?
So true.
I
It's
thought
pre-beauty
Oh.
MUAs.
Oh.
Like before
well,
we
they were
had
up
that
and
YouTube
coming.
culture.
They were learning.
Yeah, they were
they
still
were like
it was
learning.
all about the
evolving.
glam during this time.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I remember going to high school and it's like girls are in full glam. Like it took them an hour and a half. The Anastasia.
Me, I was setting my alarm for 5:15
Oh
to
my
put
God.
my scalene triangles on my eyebrows,
Yeah.
my full glam, my naked palette, full beat.
It's so
Uh.
season 2. What's her name? Sydney Sweeney, Euphoria.
Yeah, that was literally me. Straightening my hair,
You had
picking
your
out
work.
my outfit. I dressed business casual to school.
Who didn't,
I was
right?
loving a peplum top and a statement
You
necklace.
are so shosh
Mm-hmm.
for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought Marnie's wedding dress was cheap.
It looked like it was from Francesca's. You guys know Francesca's?
No.
Of course, and at her.
It looks like this. It looks like that. I used to shop at this amazing place called Altered State, which is like slutty clothes for Christian women.
Oh, wow.
It was awesome. But like that dress totally would have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all the outfits were absolutely ridiculous.
Insane.
Wait, I actually liked her dress. I can't believe I'm alone on this island here, but like I like a simplistic dress, and sometimes you have to wear it way down a simplistic dress with heavy makeup. That's how it works.
That's actually not how.
Well,
Also,
she didn't even end up
like,
doing any of that though.
It was just too much.
She did end up looking beautiful once Jessica kind of like pulled out her curls.
Yeah.
She looked like Katniss on her wedding day, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When her mom was like, "You look like a Starbucks girl," I was like, "Yeah, but that's kind of awesome."
Yeah.
It is. But
That's
back then
fine.
it wasn't. It
Right.
was cringe back then. But now it's like, yeah, that's like, it's kind of camp.
Sounds like you guys
You can
want
have
to
so
light
much fun
another dress
now.
on fire.
What?
That's
You
what I'm
could?
getting
Yeah.
from
Yes.
you guys.
In 2024, we can have so much more fun because we can be like, it's ironic, duh.
Yeah.
But we were
So
so
true.
earnest in 2015, there was no way around it.
No, absolutely not.
What
What did you dress? What did you both dress like in that era of 2015?
I sew Vineyard Vines.
Really?
Hell,
Were you
so
wearing
that.
Sperry's?
I was just gonna ask
Love the
Evan.
spare.
Barefoot?
I almost think Sperry's might come back. It's
No,
been
they
a
are.
really long
Should
I
time.
take
Uggs
the
are back.
back.
Do you know what's
Shoes.
next?
No, Sperry's
What?
are already back.
Bear paws?
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be
Ooh,
Sperry's
what?
in colors,
Yeah, I've actually been
Platform
thinking about getting a
Sperry's,
pair.
Platform
Platform
Sperry.
Toms,
And they're gonna be like-
Stop.
purple.
Tom.
Platform Toms.
I never left my Toms there. Well,
No, I'm
Remember
gonna
when
bring
people
back
would draw
Sperry's.
on their Toms, like blank canvases.
gorgeous.
I've
Shut
actually been
up.
thinking about for at least 2 months now if I should buy a pair of Sperry's or not, just because I can feel it in my bones that they're gonna come back. Like
I
I'm
had
so, with you
so
on
Yeah.
many. How would you wear them? Like, would you wear no socks?
No socks ever.
I wore
Oh,
no,
no
socks.
socks.
in my Sperry's.
Biohazard.
Those
Those
things
things
smell
smell bad.
crazy.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Oh my
Oh my god,
gosh.
middle
Cheap
school
leather and
was
sweat.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oy.
Bridget Everett, if it happened today, would be some like famous Instagram girly
Mhm.
that like you followed for years, and
She'd
you're like,
have a
I'm gonna
TLC
invest.
show. Like she'd have her
Yeah.
own show. Like she
Yeah.
was such an iconic character.
I used to work on this influencers podcast, and she'd always have the randomest guests. And one time she brought on this celebrity makeup artist that spent like the entire interview being like, how many names can I drop? And it was awesome. I was like, tell me everything you know about Christiana right now. I love you, girl.
Yeah.
The makeup girlies get all the gossip, and like people that do hair, they just get all the
All the
gossip.
gossip.
She was so epic. She was like, I'm from a small town and I wanted to dream big, and here I am.
Wow.
Damn.
And I'm like, you do an awesome eyeshadow, Alexis.
Wait,
Goals.
Grant, were you all polos also? Like
Yeah,
preppy?
I wore like khaki pants, a button down, and like Sperry's as well.
Your brown
Yeah.
Sperry's, I can see them right
You
now.
could smell them.
No,
I
we
could
had such
smell them next
parallels.
to me in homeroom.
Yeah,
Oh,
mean,
it's so
Northeast,
beautiful that you
gay.
guys were
Yeah.
there
Well,
together.
We sat next to each other.
Okay, and we sat. There was a couch.
The high school like choir teacher was our homeroom teacher. So we're in the music room.
Oh my god.
and everyone
On-
had to sit in chairs, like on like the levels. You know how like
what are
there's-
those bleacher things?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Risers.
Yeah,
Yes,
on the
the
risers.
risers.
Everyone had to sit up there, but there was a couch in the front of the room
That faced the risers.
that faced the risers for whatever reason. Well, I know the reason because we were those girls.
Yeah.
we
Parked
elected
our
ourselves to
asses
be
on that couch
We-
every morning, and we just sat there. We were
staring at everyone else,
on the
which is
comfortable
actually
couch.
crazy looking
So
back
terrible.
and so annoying.
And then
No, that's
one
so
day-
powerful.
One day I remember we walked in and people were sitting on the couch and we're like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? You're so mad.
Wait, I'm like, you
Wait.
guys are the plastics of your school. You
Oh,
ruled it.
yeah.
No, like it's crazy you guys
Totally.
find yourself back on a couch.
Yeah.
And
we
here
always
we
end
are.
up here.
You're always gossiping on a couch is your whole podcast.
Literally my
We-
whole life.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
magical to have.
And
It's
what's
so
wrong
cool
with that?
to
right?
know as a young,
Again, you're
a
doing
young
Lena Dunham
person
parallels.
Mhm.
who you
Mm.
become.
Mhm.
Yeah.
People don't change, I guess.
Mhm.
Nope. And why don't they?
Wait, this is my big platform is that I think people can change and then Amelia thinks they can't.
Yeah.
I think it depends on what we're talking about. And I think this is for
Exactly.
therapy.
I think people can change, but they need trauma to do it.
Wow.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was thinking that
They
too.
need like
And
a really big
but
catalyst.
I think people can
Agreed.
change by healing from their trauma.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
But will
both.
you ever really heal from your trauma?
I think you can.
Or will you just learn ways to cope with it and
I
manage
think
it?
I think you can release it. And I need that to be
Wow.
true, Grant.
Especially right now.
And I need that to be true. That needs to be the truth.
Well, the
Okay, I
flower
believe
crown
in
of it all. Now that's my trauma.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute. I'd wear that
Jesus.
today. Honestly, I didn't think it was all so bad. I think she looked beautiful.
You'd wear it today, though. Ironically, wouldn't you?
I mean,
Like you'd wear it because it's like silly, quirky, cute.
yeah, but it's like we're so at a point with irony that it's gone so far that now
You
it's
don't even
like,
know.
oh, I'm doing it ironically in an earnest way at this point.
Yeah.
It's like I'm wearing a ridiculous outfit right now and I'm dead serious.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not kidding anymore.
And I'm eating it up. Like
Yeah,
people
it's like-
do eat it up.
We have to.
Well, everyone knows that girl in like 2017 that was still wearing a flower crown, and like it wasn't ironic. That was
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I was
I
really
hope
mad.
she's doing okay.
She's
Yeah.
not. She's still wearing that damn thing.
She's still wearing
Well,
that
and
flower
and
The
they
flowers are
also
dead, babe.
they're also going to Disney World too. That kind of girl, like and
Right.
loving their
you
life.
think there's a flower crown to Disney adult pipeline?
Absolutely.
It's
And I
such
would
a
add
theater
Denver
as
into the
well.
mix. I think they live in
Add who?
Denver.
Oh, they would
Denver.
totally move to Denver.
They totally live in Denver, but they're flying to Disney.
Yeah.
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 Annual pass.
They could go to World or Land. With that geography.
Oh my god!
they
And
thought
I think
about
the
it.
flights
Yeah.
are pretty cheap either way.
Yeah. So
Wow.
true.
You're doing copy for Denver.
I'm the creative
Someone
director
had
of Denver.
Colorado.
Okay, last thing was Marnie being like, I've had an IUD in. It's like, I didn't even know about IUDs. Like, I feel that they're getting popular now. So what do you mean they were popular 10 years ago?
Marnie was a pioneer of the copper IUD, it sounds like.
Yeah. And like, she was one of the
Copper.
first.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's like a,
Like a damn penny
Do you
in
think
your
she-
pussy.
Mhm.
And it literally
Well,
is,
you're
by
learning
the
about
way.
this right
Oh
now.
my-
You didn't know
Yeah.
about girls or IUDs. He doesn't care about the
I
female experience
know-
in the
I've
slightest.
heard of an IUD. It's some sort of contraption they shove up
It's
your pussy
barbaric.
that they don't.
That
It
they don't
prevents
put
you from
women
getting
under.
I
for
think
that.
By the way,
localized
I've never met
hormones.
somebody where it's worked well for them.
No, it's
Mm.
like, and the fact that a lot of times they're not putting women under to get it.
Almost
or
never.
out.
That is
Barbaric.
crazy.
Past
It's
guest of the
medieval.
podcast, Kira, almost died. She said it was the worst pain of her life and
Yeah.
that they couldn't get it in all the way and she had to go back.
Yeah.
And she was like, I cannot go through that pain again. I will die.
Yeah. No, I know someone
She's
passed
not like they're
out.
not sedated or anything.
No.
Like no
I know someone that
numbness.
passed out multiple times, throwing up on the table.
Mm.
It's
That
barbaric.
cannot
Yeah,
That's a
it
common
is.
story.
It
We are going to
is.
look back in a few mere decades and be like, that was crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. And we're ahead of our time because we're speaking out about it now.
Yeah, and it's important we talk about
Whoa.
this.
Wait,
so
did
maybe
they
that's why Marnie is so terrible sometimes.
Because of
This
her
is
copper
her
IUD.
trauma.
The IUD trauma.
Yeah, I think that makes complete sense, and I forgive her for everything she's ever done. And
Literally.
you can mark that page in this notebook on that.
Heyo.
Wow.
Huh.
Huh.
You can mark that page
Okay.
in that notebook about that. Yes. Take it home, girl.
No one's ever said it like that.
You just did.
Heyo.
I mean, what a beautiful episode. Really quick, do you guys go to weddings?
I've
yet.
been to 2 weddings in my life.
Yeah,
I've
both
gone to
in the
like
last
2.
year and a half. Oh,
You guys gotta elevate your content all the way there.
What we're
I
gonna
know.
plan on doing is we're likely gonna elope just to keep the ceremony small and private, just family, and then we're probably gonna honeymoon for a few months and then just throw a big reception in New York when we get back.
I did
No, that's
not.
me,
She didn't
sure.
tell
You
me
like,
about
I
any
had
of
no
that.
idea,
This is
but
the first time I'm hearing
Are you
of
signing
this.
off or no?
No, I'm definitely signing off. Like my baby is so. I'm just so grateful for you, and you know, I've fallen on hard times lately, and you've been able to like
I'd
provide
pay for
rent.
his rent, his food stipends,
Yeah.
clothes. Yeah, I love treating you.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you're so James Beard.
Who's that?
What's
Gay
that?
guy dating a straight woman for privilege.
Yeah.
I'm dating a rich straight woman for
Well,
money.
I'm not gay, so.
So many of your listeners who don't know who we are definitely were like, wait, they're dating at that.
They're
It's
actually
a
getting
bit.
married. No, and we wanted to get fiancés on.
Mm-hmm.
So
Here we
thank God
are.
we
To get-
we did.
Thank
No
God.
way, that's so good. Yeah, this wedding.
Have you been to a wedding? You went to your cousin's Spider-Man one.
What?
Wait, I would have a Spider-Man
Evan's
one.
I
cousin
say
just
it?
got married. No, let me steal your joke one time.
Oh.
One time.
What do you mean by
They're
that?
fighting again.
No, we have to have a talk after this podcast.
Evan's cousin got married, and the theme of the wedding was red, white, and blue, but only she was allowed to wear white, so all the guests had to wear red and blue. And Evan's like, okay, it was a Spider-Man themed wedding.
Okay, also, but why was it GBA themed?
No, and I have to wonder because it's like she's an East Coaster. It's giving Texas.
It was
Oh,
July
yeah,
4th. And
That's important
in
context.
Newport, Rhode Island.
Oh, so it's like Kennedy patriotism
Yeah,
rather
yeah,
than
yeah, yeah.
MAGA
Rather than-
patriotism.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like Taylor
Okay,
Swift July
suddenly
4th
it's
party.
classy.
It's on the water in a mansion.
Okay.
It's like no one had a bad time.
Suddenly, it sounds very sophisticated.
Yeah, so
Okay.
sorry for judging.
No, it's okay.
And
I did
Amelia,
it
you really
first.
shouldn't have
Yeah.
either. That's
At first, it was
really
sounding January 6th,
disrespectful.
Yeah, no.
but now I
Yeah.
understand it's like Camelot, Kennedy, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
Love
yeah,
Religion. Yeah. Okay.
It's Rhode Island, so it's last great American dynasty.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Taylor
yeah.
Swift's July 4th
Yes.
parties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that changes everything.
That changes
You
everything.
can never say that joke again on stage.
But I will. This was just funny. It's what I thought beforehand. And then
Mhm.
I kind of, whatever. Okay, awesome episode, guys. Addicted to everything you guys have to offer, what
Wait.
you're
Oh,
doing.
thanks for
Thank you
having
guys
us.
for
This is
being
amazing.
on. If you haven't listened to their podcast, it's still alive, right?
Yeah, you can go listen.
Yeah.
We're on a little break right now because we're just busy girls. we got some
busy
other
girls.
projects we're planning, but yeah, you can listen to our podcast.
Oh my God, you guys do because I saw you at Martha's Country Bakery planning
We
projects.
were
Yes.
literally planning projects.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
What did you guys think of me sitting with only millennials at a table at Martha's Country Bakery?
I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't stop but help from spiraling after I called you your ex-boyfriend's name to your face.
So
I
many
didn't know
layers
about
to that.
that.
I
Oh
like
my God.
subconscious. I was
It's
going.
all we
Oh, I'm
talked
so
about
sorry.
the rest of the time at Martha's.
I was
He
literally.
did 3 hours there.
Yeah.
I was overwhelmed. I felt stressed about something,
it's
and then I
okay.
just
Tell me
saw
that
Evan,
happened.
and
I didn't even internalize it because I went to Ashley and was like, so sorry about your dead grandpa. And then Ashley didn't know who I was.
I didn't know what was happening. I was like, did I post about this? Or something? I was like, damn, news spreads
Yeah.
fast in Martha's. Yeah. Yeah, that really
Anyways.
caught me off guard.
So actually, everyone was kind of
Wow.
caught off guard, feeling
It was
bad
a
afterwards.
crazy
everyone.
interaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about
Yeah.
that. I don't know how that
I'm so
happened.
sorry about that on my side as well.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
it
And it
was-
was my grandma, not grandpa.
Oh my God.
Put some respect on Grammy's name.
Just want to address the elephant
Rest
in
in
the room.
peace.
What
This
an
whole podcast
amazing
is
and
about
perfect
respecting
way
women.
to end the episode. You can find Grant and Ash everywhere online.
Twink and a redhead.
And we will be
And
back.
they have individual Instagram accounts
yeah,
too.
they're also
I need
solo.
you guys to plug those.
Grant E. Gibbs
'Cause
on
you can't always be
Instagram.
Twink
I
and
don't
Redhead
know what
based.
my handle is.
It's like Ashley.Gill
Ashley.Gill,
with like
maybe?
3 or 4
A
L's.
lot of Ashley Gills in the world.
If you find a Twink and a redhead, you'll find us. It's
Yeah,
tagged.
We'll
Yeah.
link
Tag.
everything in the description below. Please rate and review the podcast, and we'll be back next week with episode 2.
Bye.
Bye,
Kisses.
guys.